A very highly Googled question, is it possible to lose body fat without losing weight? So let's go over that coming up. In this video, I'll talk about why you might lose body fat without seeing much movement on the scale. Then I'll tell you why the number on the scale isn't the only metric that matters in weight loss. And last, I'll tell you the best way to lose all your weight and keep it off. So is it possible to lose inches without seeing much movement on the scale? Absolutely. Everyone's body drops weight a little differently. You might lose inches before the scale even budges. In 2018, I had a client who lost 30 total inches, but only dropped 15 pounds on the scale. Now, when I say 30 total inches, I'm talking about the amount of inches that the circumference, like if you take a tape measure and you put it around your bicep, and you say, well, I lost a half an inch here, I lost an inch here, and then I lost 2 inches here, 2 inches here. You want to measure all around your body, your neck, your chest, your waist, your hips, your thigh, your calf, your forearm, your bicep, all the way around. And that's what this person did. She kept track of the inches she lost everywhere and added them up, and it came to be quite a bit. But if you look at the scale, it was only 15 pounds on the scale. Looking at her photos, you'd never believe it. You'd thought she'd lost at least 60 pounds. The body lets the weight go the way it wants to. That's why using the scale as your only metric of success is dangerous to your success. Now, that does not mean I don't support weighing yourself if you're trying to lose weight and get healthy. Of course I do. Yes, you are more than a number, but the scale is an important tool because it's instant feedback. It tells you if what you did yesterday worked or didn't work. My clients weigh themselves daily. If you don't weigh yourself daily, how will you know what worked and what didn't work? You can also take measurements because, again, you can lose body fat even if the number on the scale isn't moving. You're beating yourself up because you think you're failing or what you're doing is not working even when it actually is. Use the scale, but don't get obsessed with that number. Take measurements and pay attention to how your clothes fit. I like to say jeans out of the dryer don't lie. Come on, you know what I'm saying. Take before pictures and progress pictures to compare. You might be completely shocked at how much different you look even if the scale's barely moving. Also, pay attention to how you feel. For my clients, they feel so much better that the weight loss just becomes secondary. Also, never compare your weight loss journey to anyone else's. As my sister Carrie likes to say, row your own boat. Everyone's body lets the weight go a little differently. Differences in health problems, age, gender, genetics, metabolism, and bioindividuality all influence how fast you lose your weight. You've got to have your diet on point, plus sleep and drink your water to give yourself the best shot at weight loss. I call that controlling what you can control. Beyond that, you can't control what your body does. I love this subject. I love to talk about body fat. I love to talk about the scale. I love this. So I want to hear from you. Before I go any further, comment below and tell me, what do you think about body fat versus the scale versus, have you ever had your body fat tested? I have. I can tell you that I'm 24% body fat at the time I'm recording this, which to me, it's better than most women, but I just want to be a little bit leaner. What's your body fat percentage? Comment below. Tell me what you think. When my clients reach goal weight, I encourage them to start an exercise program. To be clear, exercise is not a way to address a weight problem. You cannot out-train a bad diet. Please be aware that if you do exercise while you're trying to lose weight and you gain weight instead, no, you are not building muscle. And by the way, muscle does not weigh more than fat. Look, a pound of muscle and a pound of fat both weigh a pound. You see now? So do a pound of bricks and a pound of feathers. Most people who gain weight after they start exercising, well, they're putting on water weight. And why is that? Because once you start a weightlifting regimen, and I'm talking about weightlifting. I'm not talking about those of you guys who start exercising by doing yoga, or those of you guys who are doing water aerobics, or those of you guys who think you're exercising, you're walking your dog around the block. I'm talking about people who start a weightlifting program. If you start going to CrossFit, if you start going to Orange Theory, if you start with a personal trainer and you start a weightlifting program, you're going to have what we call micro tears in your muscles. That's just normal. While you lift weights, your muscles tear, micro tears, small ones. You can't see them. They're little tiny ones. And then while you sleep, your body heals itself and it grows back stronger and bigger. That's how you put on muscle. But it's very difficult for people to put on muscle. It's very difficult for women to put on muscles. We just simply don't have that testosterone level. It takes consistent, heavy weightlifting over a long period of time to actually gain muscle. So when you first start weightlifting, I want to just get this real clear with you here. When you first start weightlifting and your weight goes up on the scale, you're like, I'm gaining muscle, I'm getting jacked. No, you got water weight because your body hangs on to water to help with that tear that's happening in your muscles. It's water weight. And it's going to be there for a good while. You could have water weight gain for 4 to 6 weeks until your body really gets used to the weightlifting and normalizes. So no, I promise you, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, you're not gaining muscle. Over time, you will. Yes, over time you will, but you're not right now. Also, exercise makes you hungrier, and you'll notice that you are just eating more than you need at that time. And a lot of people don't realize that they didn't burn as much as they think they did. In my CrossFit class, almost everyone in there is overweight. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound mean, they just are. But they put so much stock in doing a 405 deadlift or a 195 overhead snatch, but they're still asking for the seatbelt extender. So they're not seeing that you're strong. I mean, they're fitter than I am, but they're fat. So this is a real problem, this whole exercising thing and putting on fat and losing, it just takes a long time. You got to know what you're doing, be ready to play the long game, and understand that you still have to keep your diet in check, and you just can't go off the rails just because you're going to Orange Theory 4 times a week. I mean, I'm proud of you, but be aware. Now that you understand exercise is not a way to address a weight problem, here's what it's good for. Exercise improves your body composition when you build muscle and your diet's on point. Muscle takes up less space than fat, so a pound of muscle looks smaller than a pound of fat. That's why my clients who hit goal weight and start weight training often go down a clothing size or 2. Even if they don't, their clothes fit better, but their weight stays the same. It's because they're changing their body composition. This is what happened with my sister Carrie when she started consistently weight training a couple of years ago. The scale stayed the same, but her body composition improved. She actually got leaner and she dropped in clothing sizes and she got smaller, but the scale didn't move. If you want to lose fat, give your body the fuel it needs and avoid the foods feeding into obesity and disease. Eat real food, drink water, and sleep. Weigh yourself for that instant feedback and to track your progress. But don't judge your success solely by the number on the scale. Pay attention to how your clothes fit. Take measurements, compare your progress photos with your starting photos. And remember to pay attention to how you feel. Do you have more energy? Do you wake up without pain in your joints? Is your brain fog gone? Can you pick up your grandkids without back pain? All of this is success in my book. If you're ready to lose the weight and keep it off, I can help. I have rolling monthly challenges, the 10-pound takedown, and you can join us and lose at least 10 pounds in 30 days without shakes, pills, diet foods, or exercise. It's about learning and unlearning. So join the next challenge. I've linked it up below, and I'll see you on the next video. But only drop 15 pounds on the scale. Really? Hold on a minute. Row your own boat. She does say that. That's funny. Bioindividuality all influence how fast your weight are putting on fat because they're eating more. Oh, I said that wrong too.